And actually, I've seen also in my personal experience, I've been seeing an increase in the number of products containing K2. So I guess it's very stimulating also to see the response of the market. And so I would like to ask you whether there are any new projects, maybe that any new applications or any new projects running that you think you will be proposed on the market in the next months and the next future?
Well, within Kappa, by the end of the year, we want to propose the pure molecule, which is something for very specific applications like developing liposomal products or for companies that want to develop molecules with special features. So this is something to come. And then what we have seen in the last year and in at the beginning of this year is the development of new combinations. For example, probiotics with vitamin K2. So we know that probiotics are increasingly in demand, and just like K2, probiotics is something that we used to have in good amounts in our bodies because of the diet, but it has disappeared because of the way we live. So probiotics are in demand because there are many applications for K2. It's a logical idea to wanting to combine them. But then, of course, there's always the issue of the stability, because you don't just want to have the nutrients in your capsule or tablet when it comes out of the manufacturing side. You still want it to be there at the end of shelf life. We were quite confident on the stability of our K2 because of the microencapsulated K2 Vital Delta, which is very stable. But what about the stability of the probiotics that are very water sensitive? So we tested our K2 products, and we found out that K2 Vital Delta, the microencapsulated form, has a very low water activity. So we did first formulations. It was with an Italian partner, and saw that we have a very good stability. So now we have two white label products on the market, and we are talking with many companies about the probiotic K2 combination. So this is surely something that you will see in the future. And these kind of new combinations are constantly popping up. We recently had a demand on a product with astaxanthin and vitamins D3 and K2. And the issue is always, when you work with a new ingredient, what about the stability? And stability is very important. As a K2 dedicated company, we can't afford ourselves to have failures on quality. So we really want to be sure that when we put something, or when our customers put something on the market with our support, that it's a good product. So when we do something, when we get a demand for something new, we want to do testing. Astaxanthin and K2 testing was really complicated because astaxanthin is not easy to work with. It took us a couple of months, but now we know that this is also a combination that can work well. The K2 remains stable. So I think this is something that we will see on the market in the coming months and years. So there's constantly new combinations coming up, and it's really important that customers don't hesitate to ask us for the experience that we have already made, and to ask for our support if they want to develop something new, so that we can do the stability testing and the method development if that is necessary.
Wow, very, very. But you work both with in the nutraceutical, but also in the food, right? I mean, there are opportunities to fortify foods also with vitamin K2.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So one important product category, of course, is dairy. It's pretty logical because dairy products already contain calcium, so that's quite logic to combine those with D3 and K2. And in fact, in Asia, it's quite a big market. So you have a lot of dairy products that are already fortified with K2. I think the Italian dairy market is maybe more traditional, so I don't think we will see a fortified milk in Italy that quickly. But for example, you could make an ice cream fortified with K2 or any other specialty products. And there are really no limits as long as you can protect your product from light. all kinds of combinations are possible. K2 is quite heat resistant. For example, gummies, where in the production of gummies there is a heating process. But we know that we have several lots of gummies that have been produced already that we have tested, and where we see that the K2 is stable. And this is something, I think this is something interesting to look at, because the fortified gummies are already a very important segment in the US market. It's coming to Europe. We've had a great number of launches, amongst others in Germany. So I think for Italy, this could really be a very exciting new application to have vitamin K2 gummies, D3K2 gummies, multivitamin gummies, etc.
Very easy way to implement the intake, and without make any effort.
Yeah, and it's really often when people think of gummies, they think of children. Of course, for children, it's ideal, but we should not forget other age groups. I'm thinking of my mom. She's 84 years old, and I want her to take D3K2 for the reasons I just explained. But she has so many pills to take every day, and she's struggling. She has to take magnesium, these big pills. I already ordered her capsules that were a little bit smaller. And D3K2, she takes it, but it's another pill. Yeah. So I promised, I told her, Mom, if I bring you D3K2 gummies, will you take them? And she said, yeah, no problem, because she likes sweets. So that's what I did. So don't just think of children, think of all age groups, all these people that have problems with swallowing or that just don't like taking capsules or tablets. For them, Dropstar were perfect.